Hello and welcome to Click News Breaking News Report. A deadly overnight drone attack on a small U.S. outpost in Jordan caused 3 U.S. Army soldiers to lose their lives, and over 30 service members sustained injuries, marking the first instance of U.S. troops being killed by enemy fire in the Middle East since the commencement of the Gaza war, according to information provided by U.S. officials to Click News. The incident occurred at Tower 22 near the Jordan-Syria border and is believed to be an escalation in the already delicate situation in the Middle East. President Joe Biden, addressing the situation in South Carolina on Sunday, asserted that the U.S. would respond to the attack. The drone strike, allegedly carried out by Iran-backed militants from Syria, is still under investigation to determine the specific militia group responsible. U.S. Central Command confirmed the loss of 3 service members and the injury of at least 34 others in a one-way drone attack at a base in northeast Jordan. 8 of the injured were evacuated for higher-level medical care, and the number of casualties may rise as more service members seek treatment for symptoms consistent with traumatic brain injury. President Biden pledged to hold those accountable for the attack, stating that the evidence suggests involvement by radical Iran-backed militant groups operating in Syria and Iraq. He emphasized the bravery and commitment of the fallen service members, expressing the United States' determination to ensure justice at a time and manner of their choosing. Iran, in response, denied any involvement in the attack, dismissing the accusations as baseless. Tehran sought to distance itself from the incident, as reported by the state news agency IRNA, referring to the allegations as unfounded. On Monday, Nasser Kanani, the spokesperson for the Iranian Foreign Ministry, issued a statement asserting that regional resistance groups do not operate under Iran's directives. He emphasized that the region does not need additional tension or a new war. This denial from Tehran followed a statement by the Islamic Resistance in Iraq, an umbrella group comprising various Iran-backed militias, claiming responsibility for attacks on targets along the Jordan-Syria border, including the Al-Raqban camp near the U.S. outpost Tower 22. The announcement by the Islamic Resistance was made on their Telegram channel before the U.S. officially confirmed the deaths of 3 service members resulting from the attack. Addressing the situation, President Biden, speaking at a church in South Carolina on Sunday, called for a moment of silence to honor the fallen service members. He acknowledged the loss of 3 brave souls in the attack on one of the U.S. bases. Biden's comments came amid a broader context of heightened tensions, with over 158 attacks reported on U.S. and coalition forces in Iraq and Syria as of Friday. Officials have characterized these attacks, involving drones, rockets, and missiles, as generally unsuccessful, often causing minimal injury or damage to infrastructure. The reason for the air defense failure in intercepting the drone that targeted Tower 22 remains unclear. This incident appears to be the first known attack on Tower 22 since the series of attacks on U.S. and coalition forces began on October 17. Approximately 350 U.S. Army and Air Force personnel are deployed at the base, conducting key support functions as part of an advise and assist mission with Jordan, according to CENTCOM. The U.S. has previously taken retaliatory actions against Iran-backed groups in Iraq and Syria, including recent strikes on facilities used by Kataib Hezbollah and other Iran-affiliated groups. Additionally, the U.S. has been involved in countering Iran-backed Houthi forces in Yemen. Meanwhile, Israel continues its campaign against Hamas in Gaza, responding to a terror attack on October 7. The conflict has resulted in a significant number of casualties. Israel is also targeting Hezbollah in Lebanon, conducting strikes on Hezbollah sites in southern Lebanon. The Biden administration has faced criticism, particularly from Republicans, for what some perceive as a lack of strong action against Iran-backed groups. Senator Lindsey Graham called the administration's policy of deterrence against Iran a failure and urged strikes against significant targets inside Iran. Senator Roger Wicker and House Armed Services Chairman Mike Rogers also called for direct responses against Iranian targets and leadership. Amid escalating tensions on multiple fronts in the region, U.S. officials are actively working to de-escalate the situation and avoid the outbreak of a regional war. Despite mounting concerns about increased attacks by Iranian proxies on U.S. forces, Deputy Pentagon Press Secretary Sabrina Singh stated last week that there was no conclusive assessment in that regard. In a previously recorded interview aired on Sunday, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff General C.Q. Brown emphasized the importance of preventing the conflict in the Middle East from expanding. He stressed the goal of deterrence, emphasizing the avoidance of broader escalation that could lead to a more extensive regional conflict. Since the onset of the attacks, there have been numerous injuries, with a senior military official estimating around 70. The Pentagon has categorized most of these injuries as minor, except for one critical case involving a U.S. soldier injured in an attack on Christmas Day in Iraq. Chief Warrant Officer for Garrett Illebrand from the 82nd Combat Aviation Brigade, critically injured in a drone attack on Erbil Air Base, is slated for further treatment in the U.S. The recent loss of 3 American service members coincides with impending talks between the U.S. and Iraq about the future of the U.S. military presence in the country, adding a complex dimension to the ongoing situation. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Click News so we can keep you informed with news around the world. Click the notification bell so you can get the latest news. Be safe and have a great day.